Come on, keep pushing, Rhea. Almost there. We're almost there. You can do it. Oh, congratulations to you too. Is it beautiful? No. Chronos, don't. Chronos, put the baby down. Put the baby down. Yes, another Shingeki no Kyojin basic reference. I know, I'm sorry, I just see the word Titan and I can't help myself. But don't worry, next week we will finish the Titan videos and this joke will be as dead as Levi's Special Operations Squad. Hello my beautiful basilisks, I'm Mythology and mine, you can still call me Eminem, and today we have not one, not three, not four, but 2 topics to cover. Aren't you excited? That's what I thought. Well, today we're going to talk about Cronus and Rhea and the birth and liberation of their offspring, which led to the Titanomancy. So let's get started. First, we have to talk a little bit about the Golden Era Sky Daddy himself, Chronos. Not to be mistaken with Chronos, who apparently is the concept of all time and he was born of the chaos. This Chronos was the leader of the Titans and also the representation of human time, and I find this little thing pretty curious. Not only that the time that we as humans can relate to was born of the earth and the sky, but because of his history. Time is how we tell things change, how we organize history and facts. And Chronos is history. He's the one that got rid of Uranus' regime and installed a new way of order, giving birth to a different time. But also, he knew that his own time would end, and he tried to prevent this by eating his own children, knowing that one of them eventually will dethrone him. And when he fell, a new era began. And that was inside of Eminent's Mind Rants. Thank you for staying tuned. His sister and wife, Rhea? Not that Rhea, this Rhea. I know, I got to stop with this otaku shit, but it's stronger than I am. Well, she was the titan of caves, mountains, fortresses, nature, and animals. Yes, she was a pretty busy woman, and on top of all these jobs, she was the mother of the first 6 gods. As I told you in my first video, go check it out if you haven't yet, Uranus caused his son Chronos to be killed by his own descendants. So what he did to prevent this was eating them alive. He could, I don't know, kill them. And yes, maybe you could argue that he didn't do that because of their immortality, but that goes the same for eating them. You know, they will be growing alive in your stomach. Well, maybe you could let them rot in the Tartarus with the Cyclops and the Catoncheries. I don't know, he was a little bit stupid. So he ate his sons and daughters, who were Hestia, goddess of heath and fire, Demeter, goddess of the harvest and agriculture, Hera, goddess of women, marriage and childbirth, Hades, god of the death and king of the underworld, and Poseidon, god of the sea, storms and earthquakes. His last son, Zeus, god of the sky and thunders and future king of gods, didn't suffer the same fates of his brothers. Instead of giving him to Chronos, Rhea decided that maybe that 6th son of hers was not going to get eaten by his father, so she instead gave him a stone covered in clothes. I have a few questions that maybe you can answer me in the comments. Did Chronos usually swallow his kids with clothes, or it was just this time, you know, for the convenience of the plot? And also, who gave Rhea the title of Titan of Fortresses? She can't keep his husband from eating their own children. I don't know. And actually, Rhea didn't come up with this plan herself. It was her mother, Rhea, who had to plot this. Well, anyway, Rhea went to Crete to give birth, and she left her son there in a cave while she went back to Chronos to feed him rocks. I have a few more questions. Did she usually give birth alone in faraway islands? Was this no suspicions by its own? And was Chronos trying to get killed? These are the stupid questions that we will never have answers to, but I would love to know what you think. There are 2 myths regarding who and how Zeus was raised. One said that he was raised by a nymph, whom are nature spirits, named Amalthea. The other said that this Amalthea was no nymph but a goat, and I think we can all agree which of these 2 stories is vastly superior. In this better myth, in addition to a mom goat, we have the Curetes, 9 metal men who danced in honor of Rhea and guarded his son Zeus. Every time the baby cried, they made loud noises with their weapons and armor so no one could hear him. Fun fact, the curetes are actually real. Sadly, they were not made of metal and they didn't guard Zeus. Some random people of Athens saw a group of Minoan men doing a dance, a symbol of manhood to them, and they probably think it was cool and added this to the pre-existing myth of Chronos and Zeus. The other version of this myth, the one with the nymph, said that Zeus had to be placed in a crib, dangling on a rope, because this way he was suspended between sea, earth and sky, and alas, could not be found by Chronos. I prefer to think it was the goat who placed him there because, I don't know, it's a pretty funny and cute image. Well, when Zeus was older, no specific mention of his age, he faced his father. In some myths, he cuts his father's stomach open and in that way his siblings were free to come out. In others, Metis, one of the Oceanids, or maybe Rhea, gave Zeus an emetic, traditionally made of mustard and wine, and Chronos puked his sons in reversed order of ingestion. But in other myths, it is just said that Zeus forced him to regurgitate his children, I guess that maybe by brutally feasting his uvula. Kinky. All Chronos' sons were liberated as full-grown adults thanks to Chronos' inability to chew before swallowing. Rude. And I guess he swallowed a Primarch too, because they are usually represented with clothes. Together, they freed the Cyclops and the Hecatoncheires, who were left in the Tartarus by their own siblings, and the Titanomancy began. I mean, they kind of deserve that. I know siblings can be annoying sometimes, but leaving yours to rot in darkness for all eternity may not be the solution. And that's all for today. Leave a like. Don't make me eat you alive. I will do, I promise. Subscribe if you want to keep me next to your ear at all times. And leave a comment answering my stupid questions and saying what you want me to cover next week. It will be the Titanomancy, by the way. Spoiler alert. Have a nice Iron Age. Bye!